Welcome to the Property Renovation Podcast with your host, James Woodham, giving you the best tips on achieving the perfect renovation whilst making it as fun, safe, and as cost-effective as possible by hearing from experts in the industry and people that have been through the experience themselves. Let me introduce your host, 3 times award winner of leading renovation website House, and over 15 years in the industry, renovating just over 200 properties, James Woodham.
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Property Renovation Podcast. My name's James Woodham, and today I just want to talk to you about the quotations that you would receive from a contractor. Today's episode is actually called It's Not All About the Numbers, and I just want to picture the scene. You've got some renovation works to do in your property, and normally you would go and get some quotes. You would get free quotes. Normally, that's what people say. So, and out of these free quotes, normally what happens is you would go with the cheapest. Now, it's not always the best idea to go with the cheapest, and I don't know whether you ever heard of these phrases that are out there, which is cheap is not always the best. If you buy cheap, you buy twice. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. And there's so many building companies out there that have been around for years that are overshadowed by these shoddy builders or builders that think that they can earn a quick buck. And it doesn't really give you any confidence because there are so many of them, so many building companies out there. And there's a lot of things that you need to consider other than the value of the quote, but it's a value of the building company. What values can they bring you? If you're looking at quotations, there's a few things that you need to consider, and this is one of them. Might be the reason why you go for a cheaper quote. If you're buying a property to renovate, this might be something that you're looking to rent out, so you might not be looking more about the values of the building company that can bring to you, but more about the cost. It's all about lower costs, maximum profit. Maybe you're looking to do a quick sell, and you're not really looking for quality. You're looking to just dress up the home so that it looks appealing to someone that wants to buy it. But it could be your home. And it could be your home for many, many years, for you, for your family, and you want the renovation to last. So therefore, it is really, really important to just not look about the cost. So a couple of things to consider. You want to be looking at the speed that the quote comes back to you. And the reason why I say that, because if you have someone that comes over and looks around your house and there's a lot that you discuss about the bathroom, about the kitchen, about the hallway, painting, decorating, choices of products, etc., etc., you don't want to be accepting someone that comes back to you with a quote within 24 hours. It doesn't really show that they've taken a lot of thought and consideration into it to make sure that they carefully quote it and provide you with enough information that you can make an informed decision. I'd also look at the presentation of the quotation itself. How does it come to you? Does it just come to you in the form of a few letters in an email, a few words in an email? Or does it come to you in a PDF format where it's really nice presented, it's got the date, it's got your address, it's got the logo of the building company, and then it's got all of the details broken down? And then you've just got to look at the amount of detail that's within that spec. Does it provide you with enough information that you can then compare to the other quotations? Does it talk about what they're going to be doing within the renovation itself and what position things are going to be going in? So you just look at the detail. If it's pages worth, then it looks like it will be much more substantial than just one page with a couple of lines and then the cost at the end of it. Look at the level of service and the materials that you across each one of those quotations, across those building companies. So are they going to give you the same level of service across the board? And what materials are they going to be using as well? Have a look at the brand of each product that they're going to be using. You might be asking for a specific paint like Fired Earth, or Little Green, but then one of the quotations might be showing you the same colour, but it might be a trade paint from Leyland or from B&Q or somewhere like that. So really have a look at the materials and be sure and ask the questions about what products they have taken into consideration when they're doing their quote. I would also consider their knowledge on the renovation itself. Are they asking you enough questions to make sure they understand? Are they answering all of your questions without stumbling? And are they making sure that they cover all of the ground to make sure that they make no mistakes? There's building companies that have been around for 25 years and they know exactly what they do day in, day out. They know what questions to ask and they will speak to you passionately about the work. They would want to talk for hours about a certain product or a certain way that they do their work because they love it. So really have a look about how you feel about the person when they come over and they start discussing the project with you. Can you get on with them? You might be speaking to someone and you might get a feeling that you can't get on with this person or you're going to have trouble with this person. Maybe you're worried that if it comes up to a situation where you're not quite happy with something, how they're going to respond. Are they going to respond in a very abrupt way and really defend themselves and just ignore all of your concerns? Or are they really there to make sure that you're happy and to listen to you and listen to you why it's wrong and how they can improve it and maybe talk about the options and the alternatives that can happen to arrive at a much better finish within what they're doing. Look at the insurance. Look at their insurance as well. Maybe all the building companies that provide you with a quote, they might not necessarily have all of the insurance coverage that they should have, and therefore they can afford to go a lot cheaper. So make sure that what they're doing on your in your house, that they are covered appropriately. Have a look at the references as well. Ask for some numbers. Ask to go and see some of their work so that you can really have a look about what they've done and how much quality you can expect to be delivered on your project if you compare it to something that they have finished before. And listen to, if you get to meet some of their previous customers, listen to how they speak about the building company. And if they speak with a smile on their face and they said that they've done an excellent job, surely that's worth more than money sometimes. Ask about the warranty, the length of warranty, how long they're going to cover their work for. If it's just for 6 months or a year and one of the quotations is offering you a lot longer, maybe that's something to consider as well. Look at their qualifications. Is it just a case of that they've been around for a few years and they know how to do the job and that's fine? Or have they gone to university? Have they got a city and guilds? Have they got qualifications within a certain skilled area of what they're doing? And if they have, then that should just, bring up the notch and shortlist them a little bit more against the free quotations. So the last thing that you want to consider is how much they go out of their way to give you free, valuable advice. Have they come over to do you a quotation and they've spent just 10 minutes and they're in a rush to get out the door? Or are they there to talk about absolutely everything about the renovation and give you some free, valuable advice? So whether they get the job or not, you know that you've left that meeting with them knowing more than you did when you came before they came round. So it's all about the free valuable advice, how they're going to offer that to you. Are they doing that by sending you a couple of emails after? Do they offer free valuable advice on their website? So just really consider that. So, it's not all about going for the cheapest quote. So I'm just going to go back to summarize about what the points are to consider. The speed of the quote and how long it takes them to get to you. If it's going to take 24 hours to come to you for a full renovation quote, then that's too soon. And they've not really taken any consideration or thought into it. They've just rushed it and put some figures down. If they come to you with a couple more, if they come to you in a couple of days later, then that's much better. The presentation of themselves. How do they look when they come? Actually, I think I missed that one. So when they come into your property, how do they look? Do they look presentable? Are they coming in? There is a way of looking too presentable where they look a bit like a salesman. But have they taken time to think? Okay, well, I'm not going to go in my paintwear and all of my dirty clothes in someone's house, and I want to go presentable, and maybe they've got a portfolio of all of their work to show you or something like that. So it's all about how they present themselves on that first impressions, the first impressions of when they come to your property. Okay, then the presentation of the quote. How is that coming to you? Is it coming to you in just a couple of lines on an email, or is it coming to you in a really nice PDF presentation with their logo and everything on it? The amount of detail that the quotation provides, is that enough information to help you make an informed decision? Do all three of those quotes offer the same level of service and the materials across the board? What kind of products are they going to be offering you, just to make sure that it's quality that you're aiming for? Their knowledge on their area of skill and doing a renovation, their knowledge about how they're going to do it for you, and they should be able to talk for feel like hours on what they do and how they do it. So their knowledge on that, and then can you get on with them? Are you going to be able to deal with a situation where if you're not happy with a section of the work and you can talk about it, they're going to be completely fine and understanding about it, and they're going to listen to you and make some changes to accommodate and make you happy? Or are they just going to shut down and believe that they are right, you are wrong, and not listen to you? Then about their insurance, making sure that they've got enough adequate cover on their insurance. References, to make sure that they give you enough references so that you can be happy. And main point of that is that the references that they give you, their previous customers, hopefully they give you as a reference. So you want to be talking to their previous customers, and they should be talking quite happily with a smile on their face, happy about the work that they've done. Also, the length of the warranty, making sure that it's enough and you're going to be happy with the length of warranty they give you. Qualifications in the area of their expertise, and free valuable advice, and if they give enough free valuable advice. And that's about it on this episode. So if you like it, let us know. Write a review on iTunes or Stitcher, and come into our group on Facebook. That's facebook.com/groups/the Property Renovation Podcast. Our mission is to make you as a homeowner more knowledgeable and more confident within the building industry when you're doing a renovation. So come into the group, talk about any concerns that you've got. Hopefully there'll be someone there to help you and give you some advice. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you on the next one.